Coach, thanks for joining us on the call today. If you take a minute to tie up the game at USF, please. And we expect to see you back home to get back in the conference play Saturday against Houston.
Yeah, thank you for being online. Yeah, it was a tough one. Really good opponent. They played really, really well, especially on defense. And we've had a couple of days to really digest the game, make some corrections, a lot of corrections. And the kids, they're resilient. They're tough. They fought all the way till the end. And then they came out last night and had a really good practice. They wanted to get the taste out of their mouths and, get ready to put on a good performance going forward this week.
We'll take questions for Geoff Collins, please. Hit star 1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue, then the operator will introduce you.
We'll first go to Matt Vender with owlscoop.com.
Hey, Matt.
Hi, Coach. So first off, I wanted to ask you about the quarterback situation. Obviously, you rotated between Frank Newtile and Logan Marchi on Thursday night. Is that just going to be determined in practice this week, or do you have a starter in mind already?
Yeah, we told them, last night, met with the offense and told them all just like it is at every single position, how they practice during the week. We'll put them in a ton of competitive situations, obviously versus the scout team, but also we do a lot of good-on-good competition where the ones are playing the ones, twos are playing the twos, and vice versa. So everything will be determined by how they perform in practice, and I think that's the best way to do it. Obviously, everybody was disappointed with their individual performances, and as the head coach, disappointed in how the team showed on national TV. But we've got great kids; they're competitive kids, so they want to come back out and fix the issues, and they all want to play. So the better that they do in practice, the more it enhances the reps that they'll get Saturday afternoon versus a very good Houston team.
And with the quarterbacks, is it going to be Newtile or Marchi on Saturday, or is it open to Russo and Centeo as well?
Yeah, right now the focus is on Frank and Logan, but we told Toddy and we told Russo that their performances during the week, as we do with every position, will give them an opportunity to open some doors to get themselves some more playing time. But the reps for the most part with the ones and the twos will go with Logan and Frank.
And as for the run game, after getting a chance to look back at the film and evaluate that, where would you say the issues are coming from in the run game?
Yeah, we were loading the box. We were going 22 personnel. We were doing a lot of 12 personnel, and they were bringing everybody in the box. We mis-ID'd a couple of fronts and a couple of blitzes, and should have pushed, one more guy wider. Didn't get it picked up, and there were a lot of tackles for loss, which we can't have. Big emphasis is winning on first down. I thought defensively we did win a lot of first downs that enabled us to put them behind the chains and play really good third down defense. We didn't do the same on first down in the run game, against South Florida, and that's been a real big point of emphasis for us. We've got to win first down, and a large part of that is going to come in the run game. Make sure we're getting movement on the down linemen, and then when they do bring pressure, make sure we have the proper IDs to get the blitzers picked up so they don't get penetration.
Mm-hmm. And one last question for you, then I'll let you go. As far as the defense goes, obviously you guys think about 43 points, but it seems like you held up pretty well considering the field position that you were handed with. Just how would you evaluate the defensive performance on Thursday night?
Yeah, the big emphasis has been, make sure we stop the run and the quarterback run game and all those things. And, I think they had 9 plays that got half of their yards. You take those out, we had a really clean game defensively. But the thing that I was proud of them, we talked all week we wanted to go +3 in the turnover margin. We ended up going -5 in the turnover margin, which is hard to win football games. But we always talk about put the ball down if we're in a bad situation. We got to put the ball down and play. I think we had 5 of the 6 turnovers. Only one of them led to touchdowns. So I thought the defense came out with the right attitude, forced 1 4 and out, so completely got them off the field, goal line stand, and the other 4 we held them to field goals, which in college football after a sudden change is hard to do. So just, as always, proud of the resiliency and the fight that our kids put up and know we're going to get better on both sides of the ball and in the kicking game going forward.
All right, thank you, Geoff. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Matt.
Next, we'll go to Sean Pastor with Owls Daily.
Hey, Sean.
Hi, Geoff. I was curious as you approach the quarterbacks, how they get deployed in the game, how you weigh sort of, getting the positive production from one guy. And, there was a lot of yanking guys, particularly in the third quarter on Thursday night, and how you weigh that versus sort of the need to have somebody in there to be the leader so that when things go bad on offense, the offense is looking to somebody to sort of take charge.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough situation to be in, for everybody. And just the way the game was going, we were trying to jumpstart it in any way we could. Obviously, in hindsight, it didn't end up working the way we were hoping it would. I think in the third quarter we had 3 plays and we had 3 turnovers, and that's tough, and it's tough to deal with as a coach. It's tough to deal with as a player because none of these kids want to go out there and perform poorly. They work really hard all week. They want to represent the school very well. They want to represent their teammates very well, and they really, really care. And, some nights it's not your night, and we just got to regroup and move forward and find out what the best situation is for everybody on this football team, at every position. We've started different D-linemen, different linebackers, different DBs going forward, and just the competition, I think, will elevate everybody in the program's game.
Okay, and then I was curious, Houston, kind of a similar situation with the quarterbacks this week. What did you see? What have you seen from those 2 guys that they had switching in and out there?
Sure, and I think they've got a very explosive offense. They always have, and I've known Major for about 10 years. I've respected what he does as an offensive coach, and then Brian Johnson, the offensive coordinator. He and I were together at Mississippi State, so have a great deal of respect for what they do on offense. And just, they played at a high level this entire season, and I guess they were trying to change things up in the Texas Tech game. And, obviously you have 2 talented kids back there, running the offense, but they've got playmakers all over the field, and they've got a really good offensive line, and the running backs are very talented, so we've got a big challenge ahead of us.
Okay, last thing I wanted to ask was about your offensive line. You started 4 redshirt seniors on Thursday night who have all played a lot. I think it was, it's kind of a surprise for a lot of people to see what appears to be that group struggling so much. What do you think is, they have to clean up particularly?
Yeah, just some of the IDs and just creating movement. And let's not forget, you got to give your hats off to South Florida and the way those kids are playing. And the things that they were doing schematically, they did a nice job. But just the big emphasis all week, and I know our kids feel the same way, is we've got to create movement. We've got to generate push across the offensive line, and then make sure we've got everybody accounted for in the box that we're going to block and get movement to create some holes for our running backs.
Okay, thanks.
And next we'll go to Evan Easterling with Temple News.
Hey, Evan.
Hi, Geoff. Evan and Tommy Nudo are both using the same phone right now. But Thursday, Hey, Geoff. Thursday, fourth quarter, you're behind by a decent amount. Was there any thought of putting in Anthony Russo in, just see what you have? What went into the decision, to kind of stick with Frank throughout the second half?
Yeah, that didn't come up. We had already played 3, and we just decided to stick with that.
And just 4 games into the season with you as like a first-year head coach, with 2 losses, like a Notre Dame loss, to Notre Dame, and like a loss to South Florida. How do you try to keep the morale of your team at a competent level and just keep them level-headed just after 2 losses like that, 4 games into the season? We've got a great group of kids. They believe in the process. They believe in what we're doing. They came out last night and they were engaged. They practiced really hard. There's no finger pointing. Everybody just wants to get better individually and wants to get better collectively. And the common theme is we've been here before, had this record in the past, and come back and gotten better every single week. And that's what we're doing.
figuring out what the things that we have issues with, correct those, and move on. And that's just the way our mindset is. That's the way our process is. Our goal is to go 1-0 every single week, and that's all we're worried about. Here's what the things we've got to correct. Here's the things that we have to fix. Here's where we are as a program, and the kids are confident. The kids are excited, and they're getting ready for another conference game on Saturday.
And then one last one from me. When you're looking at these quarterbacks, do you look mostly at practice this week, or are you evaluating the sample size, albeit however small or large it was, since they only getting 2 plays heading into Houston?
Yeah, you got to take everything in consideration. But the big thing that we talk about around here is practice is everything. So how they perform every single day in practice with the schematic changes, things that we may be doing offensively, defensively, make sure they're on top of it, and the best man will get the most reps throughout the week, and that's judged on a week-to-week basis.
All right. Thank you, Geoff.
Thanks, Geoff.
Thank you.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. I look forward to hearing from you again next Monday.
Thank you.